For it. And we're Mr. Hendy. Thank you very much for joining me today.
No problem.
I want to talk to you about the run that Southampton are on at this moment in time. Could make a club record today and go 20 games unbeaten in League and Cup. How amazing would it be? Do you think they can do it?
I think they can. It's going to be a tougher game than we think it's going to be today. Basically, with the manager of Sheffield Wednesday having Southampton connections, and he's started to turn them around a little bit in the last couple of weeks. So I think it's going to be tougher, but I think we can get there, and I think we can make it 9 in a row.
Yeah, it'd be quite incredible to get 9 home wins in a row. Would be amazing. Russell Martin's done really well with the squad. He's gone under the radar. He missed out on the manager of the month again this month. I see the Leicester manager was giving it again. We're just going under the radar. A bit like Nigel Atkins, when Nigel Atkins was the Southampton manager. That year we got promotions to the Premier League. He never once got the manager of the month. Were you surprised to see Russell get it?
I'm not disappointed in a way, because keeping him under the radar and the way we've moved up and we're now in third, and now we're going to get up to second hopefully today, that will just keep under the radar, and let's just get there.
It's a big one today because Ipswich don't kick off till later on this afternoon. They'll kick off at 5:30 this evening. Southampton's game would be finished by then. So if Saints get the 3 points today, like you said, they could go second for the first time this season. It'd be quite incredible to do that, wouldn't it? And it really puts pressure on Ipswich now.
It does, and it's the first time we've actually hopefully going to take that chance and put the pressure onto Ipswich, because every time we've been in this position before, we've got a draw and not gone over and put the pressure on. Today we need to put that pressure on and let Ipswich have the pressure, and hopefully we'll have the 3 points in the bag and be in second place by the end of this evening.
Yeah, they take on the Sunderland side today, who are not bad. They'd be a bit wounded after the Cup last weekend, so they'd be looking to put things right. Back to Southampton. I haven't seen you for a few weeks now. I want to talk to you about who's impressed you the most. Who's been the most influential player in Russell's squad this season? We've had some good players, some good loan additions. Who stood out for you?
Taylor Harwood-Bellis at the back, solid.
Yeah, he's been amazing.
He's been brilliant. And also Kyle Walker-Peters. They both stood out massively in our run, and that's part of making us look more sound at the back. Aribo's going to be a big miss, because he was just starting to gel and show the promise that we all knew he had. So he's going to be a bit of a miss. But, I'm more than confident with our performances at the moment.
Yeah, no, we are playing really, really well. I totally agree on Harwood-Bellis. A couple of questions that I did want to ask you, a couple of quick-fire questions. Who was your standout player last weekend in the FA Cup? Some good young talent coming through. Magatoma looks good, doesn't he? Looks a very good player.
Yeah, it's just an exciting, and I don't want to put any pressure on any of them, because they're all gelling as a team, and Russell's doing a very good job in keeping it all tight knit, and them all playing and wanting to play for the team. So, yeah.
I'm with Colin, who's a very good friend of the family. Colin, thank you very much for joining me today.
Pleasure, Martin.
Southampton are in some incredible form right now. Could break a club record today and go 20 games all competitions unbeaten. Do you think they can do it?
Yeah, I think so. I think they've got to be focused all the time, one match at a time, because this is the hardest league to get out of, and you've basically got to win every game.
Yeah, no, you do. It's a tough division. Russell Martin took a tough job on, but he settled it down, and they've gone on this incredible run. What do you think the run's been down to? What do you put it down to?
To be honest with you, I was a bit doubtful about Russell Martin's approach, but I think he's kept to his guns, and I think the players are adapting to his system now, and it's just working.
Yeah, it is working. When you look across the season so far, who's been the standout player for you? Who do you think's made the real difference in this side? You can pick a couple if you want.
Well, strangely, I think Stuart Armstrong. I'd put him on every time. I like Ryan Fraser, and I know he's used him sparingly, but he played him for the whole of the match against Walsall. I like Flynn Downs. I think he's
great. Downs.
I think he's grown into it as well. So I think the whole team's really good. I think Bednarak's had a fantastic season. He provides the calm and.
He's been great this year. Like compared to say, A couple of years ago, he was off to Villa, and he's come back, and he give the fans an apology. But he's definitely put it right on the field, isn't he? That's the big thing.
Yeah, I think so. He's good with Harvard Bellis, and now we've got Jack Stevens back. So the defence will move around a bit, I think.
Be interesting to see what he does today, and how does he accommodate Jack Stevens back in that side today. It's difficult to put him back in, isn't it? And where do you play him? Because you're shoehorning him in by playing him at right back.
Yeah, you are, and I don't think that's a good idea, playing him out of position. The only thing with Jack Stevens over the time he's played for Southampton is the real grit he's got, and the real love for Southampton Football Club, isn't he? He really puts 100% in each week. So that's a good reason to have him in.
Yeah,
and of course he's still the club captain.
He's still the captain, yeah. He's still the captain. Man, the captain's struggling to get inside. Welcome along to the matchday vlog. We're running a bit late, but we're here. I'm with Brandon. Brandon, excited about today. Southampton could make history today and go 20 games unbeaten. See us doing it.
I can see us doing it. The form that we've had, I feel, to drive forward and beat this record today just shows how much Russell Martin has brought into this club, and it's kind of amazing, really.
We've got a nice lineup today. We just had a look at the team lineup before we come on camera. Shay Adams, Ryan Fraser and Adam Armstrong all starting that front three. The back four settled. It's what we expected the lineup to be today. You happy with what you see with the team lineup? We're going to pop it up on the screen so you can see the team lineup.
Well, the front three, I think we've been waiting for this to happen for quite a while. I think it'll be nice to see Fraser after what he did against Walsall. He fully deserves to be in the starting 11, as I said last week. I think there's definitely a chance of goals, especially with Che Adams. I feel like, especially near this window, whenever there's rumours of him leaving, he tends to score.
Let's talk about Shay Adams. Shay Adams to stay or go?
I quite like him, and I mean,
I do.
I fully understand in the club's perspective. If he doesn't renew contract, we take the money for him in January, but we only time will tell.
I love Shay Adams to stay. I want him to stay. I would prefer him to stay, get the goals and help get us back to the Premier League. January transfer window's open. No major links at the moment, is there? There's a few talks around David Brooks. We spoke about it a bit, but there's no concrete talks with anybody by the looks of things.
Definitely. I think Russell Martin was stating in the conference yesterday that we're looking for someone as a Teller replacement. I think he's fully aware that Ryan Fraser in the summer wasn't that replacement. He's looking for that sort of player, and I think David Brooks maybe on loan, bringing him in near the end of the window would be a good shout for us.
Yeah, it would be. I want your score prediction for today's game before we go. What's your thoughts?
I'm feeling 3-0. I feel like we can keep the clean sheet, and with that attack and the defence that we got, we can easily keep a clean sheet and score goals.
Yeah, no, I think it'll be a clean sheet today. I'm going to go with a 2-0 Southampton win today. Adam Armstrong, and I'm going to go with Adam Armstrong and Shay Adams today to score the goals. I'm with Matt. Matt, thank you very much for joining us today. I want to talk to you about history that could be made today here at St Mary's. Southampton could go 20 games unbeaten in League and Cup. Can do it?
I think we can, yeah. I think we're playing so well this season, and confidence is good. The club's doing well, backing the manager. Don't see why we can't win today and make it 20 in a row, really.
Matt, 20 in a row. Where does it come from? What's been the turnaround, do you think, this season?
I think just backing the club and backing the manager, players, the ones that have stayed. And we're just, enjoying our football and playing really confident, and don't see why not.
St Mary's has become a fortress, which it's not been for a long time. Could be 9 wins in a row today here if we get the win. Do you think we can do that? Do you think we can? We should beat a Sheffield Wednesday side today. They don't travel great. They've not scored more than one on the road this season yet. Danny Rowell will know this football club, but you'd fancy us to win, wouldn't you, today?
I mean, we don't want to get too confident. Remember, we did draw with bottom of the league Rotherham, so we don't want to get too confident. But
that's a good point.
St Mary's is a fortress this season. We're playing very well. 3-0 today, I reckon.
3-0 would be nice. The score prediction going with 3-0. I want to talk to you about the key performers this season for Saints. Who's the sort of like, give me a couple of players that have really shone for you that have made that big difference?
Well, he's got Armstrong for one, Adam Armstrong. His work rate, the goals, I'd say Flynn Downs as well, hell of a signing. If we can get him on a permanent, I think we're very good. Harwood Bellis as well.
Harwood Bellis has been great.
Well,
a lot of people talk
You
about
can't just name individuals. The whole team has been playing well. But if I'd say certain players, I'd say Downs for me has probably been the best.
He's been great, Downs. I hope we sign him. Do you?
I do, 100%, because we need that player that plays 6 role. You know, ever since Prowsey's left, we haven't had a player like that in midfield, and I feel like he's the man for that.
We need to talk about January. The window's open. It's something we've constantly been talking about. Che Adams to stay or go?
I love Che, I love Che.
He starts today.
He does start today. I think he'll score today as well, because he scored against them at their place. I do think he'll go, because there's been a lot of talk past few windows, hasn't there, about him going. I don't think he'll stay, because his contract is up at the end of the season as well. I think he'll go personally. What do you think?
Yeah. No, I think he'd go. I think he'd probably go. It's just I think if he goes, you have to bring somebody in to replace him.
Yes.
With Ross Stewart missing the rest of the season, that we do need to bring a body in, don't we?
Yeah, but of our luck of strikers over the past years, since like Graziano Pella, we haven't had that. Like Adam Armstrong's been pinning up the goals, but if we go up, will he pull up the goals again this next season? But
it's a big gap, isn't it? You look at Burnley; they walked this league last season, and they found it really hard in the Premier League this year. There's a massive gap between the two divisions, isn't there?
There is. It's all about money, really, realistically, and the difference between the Championship to the Premier League is a massive step.
Before you go, I want to talk to you about the front three that start today's game. Ryan Fraser, Adam Armstrong and Che Adams. I've wanted to see this for a while. I'm quite excited about these three.
I am, indeed. I did think Che was going to start today with Armstrong and Fraser, and I think Fraser deserves to start. He's been brilliant recently. Brilliant last week. I know it was Walsall, but coming off on the bench, he's been very good. But hopefully today he can be, prolific.
Yeah, I'm with you, Matt. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you, mate.
Right, I'm with Owen. Owen, thank you very much for joining me on the channel today. I want to talk to you. Do you think that Southampton could go 20 games unbeaten?
100%. Wednesday, we've already beaten them this year. I think 20 games unbeaten.
Yeah, we beat them at Hillsborough at the start of the season.
Yeah.
Che Adams, he starts today.
Yeah.
I want to ask you, Che Adams, stay or go?
I say stay. I think he does a lot of work off the ball as well. And he's started. They call him ketchup bottle, don't they? Because he scores a lot and then he won't score for ages. But recently he's been scoring a bit. So
I like to see him. I said a minute ago in another interview, I'd love to see him stay. Score prediction for today's game against Sheffield Wednesday.
I'm going to say 1-0 again to Saints.
He's got 1-0 Saints, another clean sheet. Everyone's going with the clean sheets. I also want to say to you, we're on a hell of a run at the moment, and we've really closed that gap on Ipswich. We could go above them tonight. If we get that win, they don't kick off till later. We could go second in the division. How massive would that be?
That'd be so huge. We need to get automatics because I don't trust us to win playoffs. So we have to catch Ipswich and
and players that have shone for you this season. Who's been the standout performer for yourself? You can pick a couple if you want.
100% Walker Peters, one of the best, if not the best player in the Championship. Adam Armstrong, of course. I'd say those two stand out above everyone. Bazunu, you have to give him a shout as well.
He's done well, Bazunu. He's come through a really, really difficult time here, hasn't he?
Yeah, definitely.
It's a great place to come against St Mary's. There's a buzzing atmosphere here again, isn't it? For those that are tuning in that don't get the opportunity to come here, it's buzzing, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Really good atmosphere. This bit of the family zone as well. Really like this. It's kind of new, isn't it?
Yeah. There's fan zones awesome where we are at the moment. It's a great place to come.
Yeah, really good.
Mate, thank you very much for coming down today. I really appreciate your time. Thank you. I'm with Matt. I'm still in the van zone. We're interviewing fans ahead of the Sheffield Wednesday game. Score prediction: Saints versus Sheffield Wednesday.
2-0, 3-0 Saints for sure.
Yeah,
comfortable win today, I'm thinking.
Yeah, comfortable win, clean sheet. Everyone's going with the clean sheet. Let's talk about the run that Southampton are on. It could go 20 games unbeaten, 19 league games. Potentially, we could go unbeaten. It's unbelievable, isn't it?
Yeah, unbelievable record. I think probably if you'd said to anyone back in September, October, I don't think anyone would have quite believed that was going to happen. Just a few sort of dodgy results, not really sure on how we're trying to play and whether we can pull it off, but it's been incredible what they've done. Solid at the back, sort of the possession football's worked really well, what they're trying to do. I think we've got threats. We could do with maybe another threat up front, but I think we do have threats over the pitch at the moment and the confidence is there and they're just finding ways to win. It's been a pleasure to watch, to be honest, after last season.
He's doing great, Russell Martin, isn't he? He's come here. It was a tough job to take on. It was never easy. But how well has this man done?
He's done incredibly well, and I must admit, like the first few games, maybe after last season, I was just a bit of a doubt to myself, thinking, are we good enough to play the way that he actually wants us to play? But he's kept the faith, and he's been confident, and he's kept the players believing in what he wants to do, and it's really showing. And it's been a joy to watch, to be honest, after last year, and all credit to him and whatever they're doing behind the scenes, because it's working.
Yeah, no, it is working. January transfer window, you spoke about firepower up front. Che Adams to stay or go for you?
I don't know. I'm undecided, because I think start of the season I thought we couldn't afford to lose him. I could see him as being our main goal threat, but he's not played that much for whatever reason, hasn't seemed to feature. So probably could afford for him to go, but it's who we can bring in really, and whether we need to make that change. So
yeah, we have to bring someone in if we do. Before you go, I want to get your standout player. You can pick two if you want this season. Who's been the difference for Southampton this season in the Championship?
My favourite player from watching the last 2 or 3 years is Kyle Walker-Peters.
Yeah.
I think he is a class above. Not to be disrespectful to anyone else, but I just think he's still a Premier League player playing the Championship. He was brilliant for us last year in a side that was struggling, and he's a threat going forward. His ability on the ball is incredible. He's the best dribbler in the team. He's always consistent. Like, he always plays really well, and he's been a joy to watch. He's my favourite player.
Brilliant. Thanks. To my final interviews before the game today. It's your first ever game in English football.
First English football game.
Tell everyone, sorry, where are you from?
Miami, Florida.
And when did you fly in?
Monday.
So he's flown in on Monday and he's come to watch Southampton today. Are you excited?
Yeah. Well, Jason was my driver from the airport, picked me up and invited me to the game with his family. So it's awesome.
He's an absolute legend, by the way. What a great goal. We had a good chat a couple of weeks ago, so before the Plymouth game. Yeah. Saints are in some unbelievable form. Things will just keep going and get better and better, don't they? Could go 20 games unbeaten today.
Yeah, I think so. We're strong at home, aren't we? So I think it'll be a tough game because they're on a bit of an uptick, aren't they? They've won their last 4 games or something like that. So new manager they've got. But yeah, I think we've got enough to do it at home. I think maybe 2-0.
With Harrison, it's great to see you, mate. Bit of a pre-match now. We've seen the team line up today. Che Adams is in, Ryan Fraser and Adam Armstrong. Front three, you liking the look of it?
Yeah, I think, especially with our injury issues, I definitely think it's our best front three we can put out. I'm quite excited for Adams to come in today. Manager press conference the other day said that he was actually disappointed he didn't play Che Adams the other day because he was on a scoring streak and he took him out, and he actually apologised to Adams for that. So I think that he'll come out today fighting. I expect probably 2 goals from him.
Yeah, I think he'll score today. I do fancy Adams. Che Adams to stay or go?
Stay. I still think he does a job for us. I think if he wants to go, we need to get him gone. I don't want any player that wants to go. I don't want to keep a player that wants to go. But I don't see any better options than us for him. I think he'll still do us a job in this league. And then we need to be looking in the summer for strength in that area.
No, I totally agree.
Yeah, it's quite exciting. I still think they've got a job to do today. I mean, Sheffield Wednesday have still got a new manager, won their last 3 games. Yeah. I mean, it's not.
There won't be a walkover today.
No, there won't be a walkover. I think we still got to. I think he's still prepared for it the same way he does every game. It was interesting in his press conference that he acknowledged the fact that Sheffield Wednesday would probably be fancying this game as well today.
Danny Rowell knows his football club very well.
Yeah, it's the style of play I think we both play. I think they could pinch us on the counter, especially where we like to play possession. The only thing I asked for was Bazunu not to do any fake shots and try and skip past players today.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. It's an exciting game. It's an exciting January transfer window as well. We've been linked with David Brooks from Bournemouth. How would you feel about David Brooks coming in?
To be honest, I've not really seen much into that.
Yeah, he plays as like a 10, but he can play off the wing. He's a good player. He's recovered from cancer. He's only been back playing for about a year now. He's highly thought of at Bournemouth, but I reckon he will come in on loan potentially.
Well, that says to me that they don't fancy Alcaraz, which is a bit of a shame because he's sort of my favourite player. That's a similar role to what he plays. He sometimes plays on the wing, sometimes plays as a 10. That says to me, as I said, that they don't want Alcaraz. They're thinking about selling him.
It's funny, he spoke about Alcaraz yesterday in his press conference, and he said that he plays, his best position is the same as Stuart Armstrong. He said Stuart's been one of our best players this season, but he said he's had some good games, but he's had some poor games, and he has had some poor games, hasn't he?
I think so, but I have to remember in those poor games, he's the only one trying to get the ball forward. So sometimes I think when he has a poor game, it's when we've all had a poor game, and he's been the one trying. And it's quite funny. I watched him and Fraser on the pitch the other week together, and it was quite interesting how they both sort of see the game in a similar way, the flicks in behind, the way they want to trick players. I think that partnership could be really good together if they got game time together regularly. I could see them two being a threat together, but obviously it sounds like the manager doesn't favour him, and it sounds like he's probably on his way out.
I wondered if he'd go, if they get the right offer for him, they just might let him go, mightn't they?
Yeah, I think they get anything between 10 and 20 million, they're probably going to sell him, which is a real shame, because I think if you gave that player game time, I think you've got a phenomenal player on your hands.
No, I totally agree. Thank you very much, I really appreciate it.
That's fine.
Yeah, going with 2-0. I've gone with 2-0 actually. What about yourself? What's your score prediction?
4-0.
He's gone with 4-0. You've not seen a lot of Saints. What are you saying?
No, so I was asking him, and I did a little research, right? So it's like this is a big game for the Saints because we're trying to get promoted.
Yeah.
And then Sheffield doesn't want to end up last, right? To get relegated. Is that right?
Yeah.
Right, but he told me we have a strong defense, so I'm going to go 2-0 as well.
Southampton do have a very good, strong defence.
Yeah.
You can become a Southampton fan after today.
I absolutely. This is my team, so I'm going to get a scarf. I have a young son.
Yeah.
Take it back to him and we'll put it on his wall. He'll be a Southampton fan.
Southampton's travelling all over the world.
We went to get him a scarf and they're sold out.
Sold out scarf.
I'll get one. I'll get one after, but I want to bring it back to my son. Yeah, we'll adopt Southampton as our team. Yeah, for sure.
How good is that? So you've made a Southampton fan, which is pretty unbelievable.
Everyone everywhere I can,
No, I'm really looking forward to today. It's a big month, isn't it? Some big games. Swansea next week as well. They want revenge next week.
They will, yeah. I mean, 5-0 here, then they weren't happy about it at all. So I think that'll be quite a tough game, actually. They'll want to show us up on that game, but hopefully we'll do all right.
Well, I want to talk to you quickly about Shea Adams before we go. Shea Adams to stay or go?
For me, I think as long as we're going to replace him, I think he should go.
And what about yourself?
Go. I don't like him.
You're not a massive fan.
Who's Shea Adams? Who is that?
He's one of our strikers.
Ah, okay.
He's very Marmite here. Some people love him, but he doesn't score loads of goals. That's the big thing. We do need to replace him if he does go, though.
Yeah, I think the issue for me with Shea is he doesn't want to be here. You can see it. He's put in some pretty abject performances. It's only recently in the last couple of games where I think he's seen the January transfer windows come in and suddenly he's turning it on again. And I think if you're in that sort of frame of mind, I don't want him here,
No, it's very interesting. Good thoughts. Thank you all very much. Enjoy your first Saints game.
Absolutely.
Hopefully it'll be a cracker for you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Moments away from kickoff.
It's half-time. Southampton 1-0 up against Sheffield Wednesday. Shea Adams with the goal. How good was that goal?
What a strike from him. At first it was a bit scary because obviously he was in the box. Keeper was running out, didn't know what he was going to do. Got past the keeper, but I think it was bottom right corner if I'm correct. What a strike, can't believe it.
He took it well. Adam Armstrong, yet again, the provider for another goal. He's been good this half as well.
He's been good this half, he's been good for the whole season. I do believe he's in the top 5 of overall goals and assists.
Yeah, he is. He's doing so well. Standouts first half for me, I thought Carl Walker-Peters was really, really good. Flynn Downs, Stuart Armstrong, good. For you, who stood out in that first half for you?
I've got to agree with you and say Carl Walker-Peters. He's had that, I don't know what number it is, but the one player who was up against him, like picking him up, throwing him around like a rag doll. But he's been coping with it really well, and he's been using his pace, he's been doing whatever he needs to, and it's all been working out.
Sheffield Wednesday have sat in, they tried to defend and frustrate us, but they've also, when they've had chance to time waste, boy, have they time wasted.
Yeah, well, that's what me and obviously my dad were talking about. At half, like, as soon as we scored, I don't know why, it made the time waste even more.
Yeah, I noticed the amount of time wasted is unbelievable. I think we need to go on and get the second goal now and really kill this game off. There's a great opportunity to go second in the Championship. Leicester played at lunchtime. They lost 3-1 against Coventry. Southampton could close the gap on Leicester this afternoon.
I do think that easily we can.
There's a massive cheer as Portsmouth are 3-0 down at home against Leyton Orient. Come on, Leyton Orient.
So, yeah, I've actually forgot what we were talking about now.
We just say we need to go and kill this game off now.
Yeah, so Ipswich are obviously dropping points, but obviously they're playing later today. So if they lose, that means we'll be ahead of them on. Well, I think we'll be tied on points.
Yeah, I think we will go ahead of them.
It's because of our goal difference.
Just because of the goal difference. Before you go, there's one thing I want to ask you. Shay Adams, stay or go?
I really hope he stays. I've got a small feeling he'll go, but I really would like him to stay.
Connor, I'm with you. I love Shay Adams to stay at this football club. His goal here in that first half was absolutely brilliant. We need to keep hold of Shay Adams, in my opinion.
Match.
Harry, thank you for coming on my match day vlog.
Yep.
Going to put this on TikTok as well, so you're going to be everywhere. But by the end of the day, mate, give me your post-match reaction. Southampton 4, Sheffield Wednesday 0.
Yeah, it was a very good game. Good goals. I mean, Sheffield Wednesday were a bit of a disappointment.
They
Really.
were poor, weren't they?
Yeah, they were awful. Wasn't really. Didn't really give us a challenge. They weren't good enough.
Standout performers today. There was some really good performance. Carl Walker-Peters was brilliant, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was amazing.
Downs was good. Adam Armstrong sets up 3 goals. And then Ryan Fraser, just the wee man. Talk to me about wee man.
He's been so good today. He's always on form. He never messes up really. He's so good.
He's a top player. Saints go second in the Championship tonight. If Leicester don't, if Ipswich don't win this evening, Saints will finish the day in second in the league.
Yeah, it's very good to be honest. I think we deserve it, more than deserve it really.
I want to ask you, do you think we can chase down Leicester now? They've dropped points today. It's 10 now to Leicester. Do you think we can chase them down?
I reckon so. Yeah, I reckon we can. Yeah.
I do. What a great day here at St Mary's. Talk about the atmosphere. Tell everybody that wasn't here, how good was the atmosphere down here today?
It was amazing, really. It's better than all the other games that there's been, really, to be honest.
Saints are on top. Next week we head to to Swansea, another big game, Russell Martin's old club. We beat them 5-0 here a couple of weeks ago. How do you see it going?
I think we'll win maybe 3-0.
Oh, mate, if we get there 3-0, that'll be 21 games unbeaten. Yeah. That would be quite an achievement. Thank you very much indeed, mate.
Right, thank you.
Thank you very much for joining me. I just want to get a bit of post-match reaction to the game today. Southampton 4, Sheffield Wednesday 0. How good were Saints today?
Oh, we're brilliant every week. Russell Martin has really transformed the team.
He's done an incredible job, Russell Martin. I've spoke about it on this channel a lot. I've had a lot of fans on it. He's created a really good togetherness on the field, but also off it as well. He's connected this club. It was a broken fan base this time a year ago. It's all together again now. It's quite incredible, really.
Yeah, I mean, considering the players we sold and the players we brought in, it is amazing. Like Flynn Downs on loan and Harwood Bellis, they are both quality players. And Ryan Fraser as well, he's quality.
Ryan Fraser, let's talk about Wee Man. How good was the Wee Man today? He was brilliant again, wasn't he? Oh. Adam Armstrong, 3 assists.
Adam Armstrong's brilliant. He's really picked up this season, considering last season he was terrible.
Yeah, he's found his level. A lot of people say when they come on the channel. I think he's been brilliant. Who's been your outstanding talent of the season so far? Your outstanding player? There's so many.
Yeah, probably Flynn Downs, if I'm honest. Every game he's been top quality for us, and I think if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't be where we are.
No, we're absolutely flying now. 20 games unbeaten. We've equalled history today. Do you think we can go on next week and kick on at Swansea? A big game at Swansea. We beat them 5-0 here a couple of weeks ago at St Mary's. Do you think we can go down there and get a result?
Easy. This time we'll get 6.
Oh, mate, if we got 6?
Yeah, I'm very confident for it.
Be amazing. I just want to talk to you about the remainder of the season. How do you see it all going now? Do you think we can get the autos? We're second in the Championship at the moment at the time of recording. Ipswich are playing as we speak, but Saints could finish the day in second.
That'd be good, but I reckon we'll get playoff finals.
Think we do playoffs?
Yeah, definitely. I don't reckon we'll get autos because obviously Ipswich and Leicester are so good, but playoffs I reckon we'll do.
Let's go with the playoffs. Thank you very much indeed for your time.